Oh, check us out, ladies and gentlemen, at Kocosports.com. That's right. It's time for Wrestle AM. And, of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. First, you got yours truly here, the sexiest man on all of our net wrestling radio. That's right. Boom, boom. Here shaking the room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And, of course, joining me to my left, the man ready to take No Shave November to new heights, talking about the founder, the CEO, talking about Dave Kokotis. And, of course, we couldn't get this done. He's the man who completes the Triforce here. We're talking about live from sunny South Florida, ravishing Rob Sackett. What is up, gentlemen?
Doing good, doing good. How about you guys?
Not too bad, not too bad. I kicked ass in October, but November, man, it's been really kicking my ass health-wise. It's so funny because like sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this thing. I am the greatest human being alive. I don't feel sick at all. And then November came along, and I was humbled by the mighty Terry Funk. I shouldn't have been cocky. I'm sorry, Terry Funk. This is our Survivor.
Man, these hormone injections, man, they'll get you every time. You turn into a whiny little bitch.
Well, this is our Survivor Series preview / pay-per-view profits prediction shows. Boom Booms, tell them what they can win and how they can win it.
What you can win is nothing but bragging rights and maybe some cool stuff. Maybe Dave will mail it to you if he gets around to it. I don't know. We'll come up with something. But mainly it's just bragging rights.
And a Barry Horowitz. Don't forget the free Barry Horowitz.
Oh, yeah, and the Barry Horowitz. The Barry Horowitz. And if you get that reference, it's 10 points. Okay. Pay-per-view profits is our picking game we play with every major pay-per-view of the year in any wrestling promotion. This week it happens to be Survivor Series, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to run down every match from the bottom of the card all the way up to the main event, and we're going to make predictions of what we think is going to happen and who we think is going to win, and we're going to write this down. And you can play along too. Just put your picks down here in the comments section, and basically here's what happens. Once the pay-per-view starts, you lay out your picks before the pay-per-view. Once it starts and the matches happen, whoever wins, if that's the person you pick, you get a point. And coming into the pay-per-view, the person with the most correct picks or most points is the winner and therefore the pay-per-view profit. Now, some of you want to know, hey, you know, how do I play? Easy. You just comment down here. We're going to run down the card. You put your picks down in here too. Also, we're going to have some tiebreaker questions, so that way we have a definitive winner. I will stress that it is just as much important to get your picks in for the tiebreakers as it is for the matches, because we've had people win and lose completely based off tiebreakers, and they've come all the way down. We give a lot of them, but we've had several of these contests come down to the absolute last tiebreaker question. It's free, of course. It's like everything else here at Kocosports.com. It's absolutely free to play and open to the Internet Infantry. Now, some of you are like, hey, I'm not part of the Internet Infantry. How can I join? Well, easy. Like, subscribe to us. That's a start. But most importantly, you have to be a passionate fan. You have to love it. So let's get started. So, guys, we got Survivor Series.
Two things you forgot. One, it's just for fun. Some of these douchebags take it very seriously. And two, try to put it all in one post because it makes my job a lot easier since Boom Boom's going to be at his real job making money to pay the bills and have food to live. Some people just don't have the priorities in order.
Yeah, I know. We can all sit out front of Starbucks pretending to write a novel on a laptop, you know, and go, but it's just not good enough.
It's true.
And he's basically just writing like softcore porn stories for himself.
Well, one of them's pretty naughty.
And then Paige walked in and said, ooh, I love chubby, fat, pasty, white internet guys. And then she took her top off.
Don't give out spoilers, man. Come on, that's not cool. Writers got to eat too. Don't give out the spoilers. All right, let's break this down. Survivor Series. Let's do this shit.
I have a quick question before we do it.
All right.
As we know, I hadn't watched WWE in a very long time before WrestleMania.
The same thing is happening. Nothing has changed, bro.
I don't remember what Survivor Series gimmick actually is. Is it a 5-versus-5 gauntlet where they take turns and get eliminated? Is it a 5-on-5 elimination tag? What the fuck is a Survivor Series match?
A traditional Survivor Series match is a team usually consisting of 5 individuals, and they keep going. If you were pinned or submitted, disqualified, counted out, you're eliminated. You have to go to the back. But if you haven't been, you get to stay in the ring and you get to keep going, and the match keeps going until all members of one team have been eliminated.
Okay, so it's a 5-on-5 elimination tornado tag.
5-on-5 elimination. It's a 10-man elimination tag match. That is your traditional Survivor Series match, which has been going on pretty strong since, I believe, 84, if I remember correctly. It
used to be on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah, it has been on Thanksgiving before. Well, this is actually, and this is not a new concept. This has been a staple with the WWE for about 30 years now. And,
oh no, I just don't remember it.
Really, and what I think the main theme for this pay-per-view is you got Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Vince McMahon all jumping up on the screen going, hey, look at this hand, look over here, don't look over here at this hand, look over here, we want you to see the shiny stuff, but don't look over here. And by that I mean, hey, we're going to have Team Cena versus Team Authority. If Team Authority loses, they get eliminated. But what they're trying to do is when they're trying to get you to pay attention to this hand with all the shiny stuff, they want you to forget about this hand going, oh shit, we put the belt on Brock Lesnar and he's only got so many contract dates in. We can't defend the heavyweight title, so ignore that fact. Ignore the fact that this belt's not going to get defended for the rest of 2014. You're going to have to wait to 2015 before you see a WWE World Heavyweight title match. No, keep looking over here. Keep looking over here. Oh, free network, free for November. You can watch this for free. Please subscribe to us. Woo! Put down that, if you do it and put down that $9.99, don't pay attention to this over here. That's what I'm seeing with this pay-per-view. This is something I feel like a lot of thought should have gone into, but looking at WWE, at least with their television over the past couple of weeks when I get to watch things via Magic at Kocosports.com, wink. It's like WWE Creative, fucking took a dartboard, put all the superstars' names on it, spun around, put on a blindfold, threw a dart, and that's how they came up with half the fucking card and half these fucking teams. A lot of this stuff has no rhyme, no reason, no logic, no build-up. They didn't make me care. And, guys, at least that's my impressions going in to Survivor Series. Gentlemen, we'll start with you, Rob. What are your impressions? I know you've been following us on Kocosports.com and following our reviews, but what are your impressions? What are your thoughts going into Survivor Series, and are you excited about this pay-per-view?
I actually kind of am excited, but that's why I'm positive, Petey. I'm pretty excited. I actually am pretty into the whole Authority versus Cena thing, even if I feel like it's really predictable who's going to win. But overall, I think it looks interesting. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen with the rest of the pay-per-view since they basically didn't market anything else.
Dave?
I'm going to be completely honest. I love pro wrestling. If it wasn't for this YouTube channel or podcast, I wouldn't watch the pay-per-views, WWE pay-per-views, and I wouldn't watch Monday Night Raw. I think I would watch everything else. I would still watch New Japan, I'd still watch Lucha Underground, I'd still watch Impact, I'd still watch NXT, Main Event, and every now and then I would sneak in a SmackDown. The only reason I'm watching Survivor Series is because of this podcast. And that's it. I would not watch Raw. Like, if it was up to my own good. When YouTube took away our channel because they're fucking cockhammers, I don't enjoy them. I actually enjoy Main Event more than I enjoy the pay-per-views.
Because it's got Sami Zayn on it from time to time.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, one thing, I have to give WWE credit. I don't know what's going to happen. And I think that's a good thing. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. You put a gun to my head. You think Team Cena's going to win. You think Team Authority's going to win. So you have to give them credit for that. A lot of these matches, I have no idea what's going to happen. Now, where I take away the credit is, don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. Team Cena wins, don't give a shit. Team Authority wins, don't give a shit. So, like, they did a good thing where, like, ooh, I don't know what's going to happen. It's not predictable. But they also did a bad thing in it not being predictable. I don't give a shit who wins. And I'm from the bottom of my heart. Don't care who wins. And I like I said, I love pro wrestling. But if it wasn't for this podcast, and it wasn't for us hanging out, shooting the shit, and having fun, and internet inventory going back and forth, there's no way I would watch Raw or the pay-per-views. There's no way. It's got that bad. It's got that bad. So yeah, Survivor Series. Yay! Let's do this shit.
All right, let's do it. Let's break down the card here. Now, I'm doing this in no particular order, but we're essentially going to start at the bottom of the card and work our way up. Let's just go ahead and start off with the Divas Championship match. You have the champion, AJ Lee, versus Nikki Bella. Now, on paper, I'm not sure. I think AJ would take it, but if you look at the story, behind everything, I think what's going on behind the scenes is a little bit more interesting than what's going on the screen. There's talks that AJ Lee's contract's coming up, that she may be leaving. She may want to go start a family with CM Punk, and those kids would probably be kind of cool. But anyway, then of course, but storyline-wise, you have Nikki Bella, kicking her sister around, trying to make a statement. Got a win, at her sister's expense on Monday. By that time, her Bree's, servitude or personal assistantship, whatever you want to call it, will be up. So, guys, looking at this, do you go by on-screen? Because on-screen you're thinking, okay, if everything goes as scripted, AJ's supposed to, will take this no problem. But if you look at the kind of the stuff going on behind the scenes, you're kind of like, well, Nikki Bella is kind of like the lead heel, of the Divas division, and if AJ's going to go, they're not going to want her to really hang on to that belt, and she, and Nikki is one of the stars of Total Divas, and they love to promote that, but Vince McMahon is saying that he doesn't want anybody on Total Divas to hold the women's champion or hold the Divas championship. So, guys, it's kind of a conundrum here. Dave, let's just start with you. What do you think? On screen, behind the screen, what are you thinking?
There's a really strong internet rumor being passed around that AJ is going home for Punk. She's going to be done doing wrestling. And stuff kind of leads towards that. You also have the website with her husband leaving. You can imagine it's a stressful situation. It's like everyone's chatting for your husband and he fucking quit and you still work here. But with that said, AJ Lee has tricked internet rumors before she was pregnant, before she was flying to outer space. So it could just be AJ Lee going, I tricked the internet again. Or it could be, hey, fuck this, I'm going home. But there is internet rumors, I don't want to say reports, internet rumors that AJ is going home to her husband, and this might be the last time we ever see her. But like I said before, she was pregnant. She can fly in outer space.
To be fair, I believe her contract is up after December. So I think by the time 2015 rolls around, she'll be done. So she may have another month to drop it. So that could be they get through this match and they line up somebody else to take. They could put the belt back on Paige. Or if that rule's in effect, they could build up Emma and Layla, which are the only two other divas, and Tamina Snuka. Yeah, there's a possibility of that. There's all kinds of possibilities that they could build up somebody else and bring them in. Because remember, that's how Paige won the title. She came in unexpected, unannounced. So just for the simple fact that her contract's coming up does not necessarily mean she's dropping that title.
Yeah, well, there's different rumors, but AJ has tricked the internet sheets before, so just put that into factor in your picking. I don't know. I'm going to go with Nikki. Because even if the rumors ain't true, she's still sleeping with them. And it's wrestling. That's a huge factor. I know it's a horrible factor, but it's a factor. I'll be rooting for AJ, but really, can the show get any worse? Just give Nikki the title. I think her sister helps her. I think it's like some. Can we go to live comments already, Booms? Is it too late to go to live comments? I'm picking Nikki.
You gotta make your pick, and you gotta let us make our picks before we can go to live comments. You can't just make your pick and then just fuck us over. No,
I know. I want to give my full effort into this product, but it's Nikki Bella. I don't know. I think Nikki Bella's gonna win. There you go. Is there any science or any deep thought into that? No.
No, I'll get you pumped. This is what's going to happen.
All right,
AJ Lee is going to win it because next month they're going to announce a #1 contenders tournament in the Diva division that's going to run all month with the match for the championship against AJ Lee at the pay-per-view. Charlotte is going to debut and tear through that tournament to have a finale face-off with Paige before going on to defeat AJ Lee and become the new women's champion.
All right, I love everything about
Flair managing her.
So your pick is AJ?
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee. All right.
In the future.
I like Positive Petey here. He really picks it up. We need you more often, Rob. Me and Boobs are like fucking committing suicide on air. And then Positive Petey's like, no, I can fix this. Thank you, Positive Petey, for your efforts.
No problem.
It makes me put down my pill bottle and my alcohol. Boobs! Where are you? Well, you're the middleman. You're not as negative as me, and you're not as positive as him. Where's the middleman fall on this?
I don't know. It's like, which one of us is Larry, which one's Curly, and which one's Mo? You know what? I'm going to go with AJ Lee because if I go by what I think WWE's going to do, it's going to be the ultimate revenge for Brie. Like I said, Brie's time as Nikki's personal assistant will be up, kayfabe-wise. And I think at some point she's going to either ask her sister to interfere, not, forgetting that, or in the heat of the moment, forgetting that time is up, or she's going to, come down looking like she's going to interfere on her sister's behalf, but winds up just distracting Nikki enough to have AJ lock her into the Black Widow, have her tap out. Then Brie will score some kind of a little bit of revenge, smile, kind of smile, walk up the ramp, and it'll set up something for Monday night. So if that's going to be the case, AJ's going to win and keep the belt.
All right. I'm not so confident on my Nikki pick. Please do not put any money on all my picks. All right, Boobs. Next match.
All right.
This one better be better than this. You better step up your game there, WWE.
Let's see, I don't want to do 2 Divas matches in a row, so let's do this one here. This was the match. It sounds cool on paper, but it came absolutely out of nowhere. You got Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. It looked like this match was set up. It looked like Dean Ambrose was about to put away his former tag team partner Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell, and Bray Wyatt decided to interfere because fuck logic, that's why. It's led to like this long, drawn-out feud. They're unveiling some stuff about Dean Ambrose's past, including his father. This is all storyline here, being in prison, yada, yada, yada. Guys, I really don't know where to go with this one. Rob, we'll start with you. One, do you think this could have been done differently, and if so, how much better could it have been done, and who you taking?
Well, I'm obviously going to go with Ambrose. I'm the Shield guy. But I just feel like this whole feud has been booked so bad for 2 guys that are so good at doing promos. I don't know. I'm not even remotely interested, and I feel like most of that is just they soured what was probably the best feud I've ever personally enjoyed as a fan for this. And it's like, okay, so you ruined something awesome rather than finally just ending it and gave us this. I don't know. I fucking hate this. Like, it would have been more entertaining if they just had both of them bend over, draw little smiley faces on their asses, and then talk with their butts to each other on the screen. And Vince would have loved it too.
All right, so your pick is Ambrose. I agree. They fucked up the Shield. They fucked up Wyatt. This really this, you know, people are like, oh, it doesn't have a gimmick. This is a gimmick. You're too cool. Fight each other so you don't ruin Cena. Like, that's what the gimmick is. Like, oh, we can't have you guys go against Cena because you're too cool. But, I just pictured too cool. Too cool Scorpio. Yeah, to me, it's just like we have two great guys that could be main eventers. Oh, fuck. We can't let Papa Cena know about this. You two fucking fight each other. Yeah, cut a promo. Matter of fact, Bray Wyatt, your promos are amazing. The problem with this feud is, for the last 16 fucking shows, on every show I even watched, even Lucha Underground, TNA, how did you do it? I don't know, via magic. Every fucking pro wrestling show ever, Bray Wyatt comes out and be like, your daddy's not a good guy, and I'm a good guy, and I'm here to save you. Like, that is a great promo. 17 weeks ago when you first cut it. When I'm watching it on main event for the 37th fucking time. Too much. Too fucking much. And I think it's because Wyatt is pigeonholed as the good promo guy. You know, they're like, oh, go cut a promo. Like, I can do something else. No. You're going to cut a promo. Well, about what? I don't know. About his dad. Didn't we do that 27 weeks in a row? Be like, oh, we make the most money. Don't question me. Go out there and fucking cut a promo. I wonder if Bray Wyatt in the back of his head's like, yep, said this fucking 2 hours ago on another show. Gonna say it again. Two talented guys, just completely wasted. And I know people are like, well, they're in the semi-main event. They're in a semi-main event of Survivor Series. That's like getting a title match at Royal Rumble. You're completely fucking worthless. I don't fucking care, because the problem is, the winner wins nothing. Dean Ambrose beats Bray Wyatt. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Bray Wyatt beats Dean Ambrose. Whoop-de-fucking-do. The guy who loses, forget it. His stock is fucking completely crushed. Yeah, it's just, the idea of telling a story and booking in pro wrestling is to make everyone stronger. WWE is like, no, let's make one guy strong and fucking ruin everyone else. This feud should be who's stronger. And I don't have that feeling at all. I have the feeling of, oh, fuck, if you lose this, you're going down to mid-Carter and lower. I'm going to say Wyatt wins, but I don't know. I don't fucking know. And once again, it's two great athletes, booked fucking horribly, for you not to give a shit. All right, Booms, once again, you're the middleman. Me and Rob are just going to go opposite picks all night.
I'm stuck in the middle with both of you. I think you can take this feud and have this textbook, how to ruin a feud, how to ruin a good match. You take two guys that people like, that people care about, you put them in a match. You're like, okay, great. But then but WWE has done it in such a way that it just doesn't make sense. Like, if at the pay-per-view they did everything they did. You know, they had, Wyatt interfere, whatever, that fucking screw job finish, the fuck finish as we call it here at Hell in a Cell. Even if they still stuck with that, you got to think, well, why would Dean Ambrose, immediately change focus? I mean, I know he's pissed off, but why would he change focus from his target, Seth Rollins? He's been interfered with before. He's had the authority to interfere with him multiple times. Why is he going to let Bray Wyatt? I think they could have given this month to see, if Bray Wyatt was put up to it by the authority, was he ordered to do it, or did he do it on his own? Why did he do it? Why is he targeting him? And Dean Ambrose, you could have had like this match where Bray Wyatt finally cost him a shot at getting his hands on Seth Rollins, and they just didn't do it. And plus, they're destroying Dean Ambrose's character because they have to fucking do that now. He's cooler than John Cena. We can't fucking have that. Now they're trying to pull back that curtain with him. They're trying to humanize him a little bit more, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But Dean Ambrose's character, he's a rebel, and there's got to be some kind of air of mystique. Back when I first started out doing internet wrestling radio, I interviewed the exotic Adrian Street. And, in case, if some of you don't remember, look him up on YouTube. He's actually a really nice guy. he's been portraying like a flamboyant character for, God, longer than I can remember. I don't think he's even lost a match, yet. And, like I said, he plays a very flamboyant character, but the question would always be, and a natural question would be, well, is your character gay? And he never answered that question dead on. Never. He would always say something like, oh, every time I hear something like that, oh, it just makes me want to scream. But he never addressed it. Why? Because if you answer that question, oh, okay, you answer that question, there's no more mystery, the fans don't care, then move on to something else. But if you keep some kind of mystery in there, then people still care. Now, if they were doing something like trying to humanize him, they did that with Mankind when they were trying to change him from heel to face. They sat down and interviewed him. They talked more about his past, about, his abusive childhood and why he played the piano, and that was the only thing that calmed him down. That's why you hear the piano music afterwards, and this obsession with pain. And you get to know him more, and it humanizes him, and like, okay, I like this guy more. It works if you're turning him from heel to face, but not. You don't have him be this edgy rebel to, he's just a poor misunderstood kid who grew up in a rough home. Get the fuck out of here, WWE. What the fuck? You've single-handedly just completely fucked this up. I've used this argument 100 times already, and I'll use it 100 more. WWE Creative could fuck up a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Because what goes on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Well, you got bread, obviously. You got peanut butter. You got jelly. Well, WWE Creative would be like, well, that whole bread thing's been done. How about we put croutons down? Nobody's tried that before. We could put down croutons. And peanut butter? No, that's overrated. How about we use, butter, like regular butter, then we crush up some peanuts and sprinkle it in there because nobody's done that before.
Sounds like a Russo twist.
Yeah, and jelly? No. They'll expect that. They'll expect jelly. How about we crush up actual fruit? We just take grapes and strawberries and crush them up and throw them on there, top it off with some more croutons. But here's what we'll do. The fans will totally not see this coming. They won't expect it. We'll put some sardines on top of it. Fans totally, man, they'll love it, man. They totally weren't expecting that, and they'll love it when we give it to them. That's exactly what WWE Creative would do with it. If they were fixing a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And this is our peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You forgot the most important ingredient, though. John Cena has to go over on the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You forgot the most important ingredient.
Exactly. No, he'll be trying to give the rub from the potato chips is what he'll be trying to do.
All right, but who's your pick, Peanut Butter Man?
It doesn't really matter because no matter who wins, whoever loses it, like you said, Dave, is just their stock is fucking dropping. And I think the person who's going to lose is Bray Wyatt. I think they fucked this character. They've completely fucked this character all year. Why would they stop now? So I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose to win.
All right. So I am the odd man out on all these picks. All right. There has to be a good match somewhere, right? There has to be, right?
Right, there has to be a match, right?
I think that was the good match. Sadly,
yeah, I think that was supposed to be the good one. Well, the next match we're going to talk about is a Divas match. So guess what that means?
Live comments. Let's go to. We want to thank on Twitter. We're on Twitter at Kocosports, KOCO Sports. Wrestling Right did retweeted us. Appreciate it. Go check out his show. And you got Kev and Roch, Kevin Eric Shell at KEVENOCH. Who has the more withering stare, Grumpy Cat or Boom Boom, when Dave's been ranting without interruption for 15 minutes? Nice. All right, and then here we go, some YouTube comments. Thank you. Let's see. I am Mikey. Mike Ashman says, of course the face and prototype of WWE. Yo, boy, Cena is going to get fired, Vince voice. Oh, yeah, Cena, you sell the most merch and push you to the moon. And at Survivor Series, the Authority will not let you kick out at 2. Laugh my ass off. All right. Fred Yelly says, stop calling it Survivor Series. Call the event by its real name. WWE presents Super Cena Night Extravaganza. Vince will surely be jizzing his pants. Chris Richards says Team Grumpy Cat should win. Ellie Campbell says, I see no point in predicting anything on the card. The Authority wins, more boring promos, or hashtag LOL Cena wins. Pills and alcohol, Dave. I thought you were going to ask your wife for the family katana, and you know, the one passed down in her family through generations. Japanese suicide joke. Thank you, Frankie Ellie. All right, I see. We're not the only ones not thrilled with this. I thought someone would
What?
be.
You mean this isn't the best booked pay-per-view in the history of pay-per-views?
But it's free. Why aren't you paying your $9.99?
Yeah,
Why
I
aren't
won't
you coming
lie.
to the
It feels
network?
like it's free.
But I love how like they'll ask any frigging question. Like they're sending out surveys all the time to their fans, and none of them are like, "Do you think John Cena should be the champion?" None of them address the real problems. They're like, "Would you like to see cruiserweight wrestling on main event?"
Do you want to know how they'll make me love this pay-per-view instantly? This is what they do. They add they record something with fucking William Regal and Triple H. They add it into the live TV version of SmackDown on Friday with Regal saying he doesn't like how one of the matches ended at NXT that week. Then on the pre-show they announce, oh surprise, at the start of the show we'll have a rematch between Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville for their title, for the NXT title. Boom.
I would actually watch that. You saved it. High
Would
five,
make the
Rob.
whole pay-per-view great.
Your biggest problem, Rob, is this is your biggest problem.
I don't work for WWE.
No. The biggest problem is you come up with awesome ideas. The WWE is not in the business of being awesome. Plus, you're not a very good ass kisser. Anyone that's ever met anyone that's been WWE creative who survived, oh my fucking god. Listen, I understand that wrestling might be your dream, might be your passion, but dude, you have to bring your ass kissing to a whole new level.
I could take my ass kissing to a new level.
All right, well then you're there. Just come up with shittier ideas. Your ideas are too good.
You know
Work
what?
on ass kissing and less shittier
I got
ideas.
What
All
it
right,
is after Sami Zayn fucking beats Adrian Neville actually poops himself on his way out of the ring, and it just runs down his legs onto the ramp.
And John Cena runs in and wins the NXT title. There you go. Problem solved. Problem staying solved. You got yourself a job at WWE Creative. All right. What's the next one?
Unifies the belts.
Oh God. Okay. Next match here. It's a Survivor Series style match. This time involving the WWE Divas. On one side, you have the team of Alicia Fox, Natalya, Naomi, and Emma, taking on Paige, Cameron, Summer Rae, and Layla. So,
Oh, that's tough.
Can we just call Team Paige and Team Fox for the sake of making it easy?
yeah.
All right. Rob, you go first because you are our diva expert.
I'm voting based off hotness, and I
Alright,
feel
that's
like
what I was
Team
going to.
Paige wins it out.
Yeah, I go with that too. I don't know. I love.
You got Layla and Paige.
Yeah, I love Fox. She's absolutely gorgeous. I wish Fox was on Paige's team with Layla. Then it would be a slam dunk. I think Fox is a beautiful woman. But when you got Layla and Paige, forget it. I'm going Team Paige. I mean, because they're obviously not going to wrestle. They're obviously not going to show talent. So it might as well be like a perverted Miss America. And you know what? I love Natty. I love Fox. They are beautiful women. But if you're going to rank it out, Paige and Layla, you can't beat that combo. You can't beat that combo. And plus, there was boobs and butts all around them. I'm going Team Paige. Do you want to go Team Fox just to be different there, Booms?
You know, let's kind of analyze this, and I'll be quick about it. Let's see.
Oh, Booms really doing it. Look at this. He's the total divas expert. Look at him. Put on the damn tie, Boom Boom. Put on the damn tie. You are the expert of the group. Me and Rob are like, who would we want to masturbate to? And you're really going to break this down with numbers and stats and crunching it. Go, Booms. Make it happen.
If you look at it, they're both. One team is a little bit more lopsided. Actually, no, they're about even because both teams have. Let's see here. Paige not on Total Divas, but joining. Cameron on Total Divas. Summer Rae on Total Divas. Layla not on Total Divas. Over on the other side, Natalya on Total Divas. Alicia Fox joining Total Divas. Naomi Staple on Total Divas. Emma not on Total Divas. Probably not going to have a job once her contract runs out. Let's see. As far as in terms of hotness, let's see. Paige. Let's see.
Actually, no.
I'd
Yeah.
have to take some triple antibiotic ointment because I got a good feeling she'd put scratches on my back. Let's see. Cameron, she wears that naughty schoolgirl outfit. I would tell her to keep that on. Wow. Summer Rae, I'd have to do her from behind. Layla, I would just have her talk dirty the entire time because with that British accent, oh my God. Natty, hell yeah. I think she could beat me up in the process too, which makes it a little bit more challenging, make it more like a sport. Let's see here. Alicia Fox, hell to the yes. Hey, I'm down. I am down with putting some cream in the coffee. Hell yeah. Same thing goes for Naomi. She'd stick her butt in my face. I would not mind it the least bit. And Emma, hey, don't worry. We'll play a little role playing. You'll play like the inmate. I'll play the jail guard. Wow. It'll work.
I'm glad you're breaking this down technical standards.
Exactly.
I'm glad you got with winning percentage, carry the Kevin Nash, divide by fucking Terry Funk. Here's your winners. I'm glad you're being a professional about this.
You know, and here's the funny thing. Like, out of all these girls, I think Paige is like the Angelina Jolie of like the WWE and like all of women's professional wrestling because just like Angelina Jolie, Paige will make some straight girls turn gay. I don't know what it is. I mean, they're like fucking straight girls. They're like, no, I don't like girls, but I'd fuck Angelina Jolie. Same thing happened here with chicks like when they're talking about professional wrestling, like, no, I'm not into girls or whatever, but I'd fuck the shit out of Paige. What the hell? Like, awesome. I don't know, ladies, if you're out there and you're straight, would you go gay for any of these girls? I mean, make like an exception. Like, let's just say nobody knew about it, nobody would ever find out about it. It'd just be between you and that diva, and nobody would ever speak of it.
The way Boo Boo feels about the Miz. Boo Boo wants to know if you feel the same way he feels about the Miz.
Excuse me, Mister. Oh, I love such and such more than a straight man. Shouldn't you say that about every goddamn man on the roster?
It really does.
That's not true. There's only a certain amount, maybe 10, maybe 12.
Plus, he did that hour-long podcast that you can only watch if you have the link. The one where he talked about how much he'd do to John Cena if he were alone with him in a room. And you thought it was going to be an angry podcast, and it really wasn't.
Oh, brother. All right. Let's focus.
But to simplify everything, I'm going to go with Team Fox.
And I'm going to vote to Team Fox because I thought about it after Boom started talking, and Team Fox has 4 chicks I'd want to do, whereas Team Paige only has 2.
Yeah, but Layla is picky Dan, picky boo. You're changing the Team Fox?
Yeah.
All right. I think I got myself a point there. There's no way.
I'm so glad. See, this great analysis you'll only find here at Wrestle AM. Find it nowhere else on the internet.
I really want to see how WWE breaks this pay-per-view down. I want to watch the pre-show because they have to stay in all kayfabe world. You know they're going to hate their lives. Like, can you picture Booker T staying in his kayfabe universe breaking this down? Or like Mick Foley or Bret Hart? But Bret Hart is the best. If you ever watch pre-show, Bret Hart stays in the kayfabe world, but at the same time, you can just be like they'll be like, Bret, what do you think about the Divas match? He's like, these girls can wrestle. Sure they can. You know what I mean? Like, Bret Hart should be the guy for the pre-show every time.
just an angry old man. That's why you love him.
I do, because, like, he's the only fucking honest one, and he's even lying. Like, everyone else is like, Booker T is like, this ride's gonna tie us in WCW when I want my 4th time. No, it doesn't, Booker. Nothing reminds you of that. Oh, Bret Hart.
What if R-Truth beat John Cena? I bet that would remind him.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got. Let's move on. Let's move on. There has to be something good. What is Cesaro doing? Is he juggling?
We've got a fatal 4-way for the WWE Tag Team Championships. You have the reigning defending champions, The Rhodes Brothers, talking about Goldust and Stardust. They're taking on The Miz and Damian Sandow, Los Matadores, and the Usos. Now, remember, this is a fatal four-way, not an elimination match. We're already going to have 2 of those. So this one here is first team to get the pinfall or submission will walk out with the tag team titles. Rob, let's start with you.
I just...
Why do we all sound like Bret Hart on a pre-show? Like, we want to say something positive. It's like, this is a great tag team match. We're the pre-show Bret Hart. Go ahead.
I think it'll be a really entertaining match. I don't really feel like anyone's really set up strong enough to take the belts. Like, I don't really see a tag team that's been built up to, like, look really great. So I'm going to say that they retain.
All right, so you got the Goldust Brothers.
Yeah.
All right, the Dust Brothers. I'm going to say the Dust Brothers just because, like he said, no one built up. But I think, looking on paper, I think Ambrose and Wyatt is going to be more storyline driven and stupid shit's going to happen, like maybe a cow falls from the sky. So I think pure wrestling-wise, this is going to be a match of the night. And I'm going to go Dust Brothers just because...
Oh.
Why not?
Also, Boom, before you make your decision, just think about if the Dust Brothers retain, what a great time for Finn Balor and Hideo Itami to come up and challenge for the belts.
Why do you come up with such awesome ideas? Know what I love and hate you, Rob? Because you'll come up with an awesome idea that gets me excited about pro wrestling, and then I'm like a little kid. I'm like, man, that would be great. I would love that. And then the fucking reality of WWE comes crushing down, and nothing that you say how awesome it is ever happens. Ever. When have you said something awesome and it's happened? You're like, oh, CM Punk is going to fucking come in and save everyone, and Terry Funk and Great Muta, and fucking there's going to be rainbows and unicorns. And it never happens. It's just bag of shit after bag of shit.
Just wait until my prediction. Just wait until I get to the John Cena match prediction. You're going to love that.
It's going to be so awesome, and then real life is going to be bad.
Yeah, I know.
I want to live in Positive Petey's universe.
See, if I was booking it, I'd put the belts back on the Usos, and then when they came out on Monday Night Raw, I would immediately have the Ascension come out and win the tag team titles, and I would put Dave Kocotis right at ringside and have a camera specifically dedicated to him so he could watch that vein on his forehead just fucking poke out, and he just lose his goddamn mind with fucking rage. He'd rip off his fucking shirt and just be like, what the fuck is this shit? And start peeing on everybody and then running just frantically up the aisles out there screaming wildly into the streets. That's what I would do. That's how I would book it.
I'm going to steal a line from Bender. I don't remember doing that, but that sounds exactly like something I would do.
I don't know. Usos can't win, though, because if Cena wins, he's going to need them as secretaries.
That is true. How bad is John Cena as a friend? Like, Sheamus is like, you're going to the hospital, everyone's getting our ass kicked, and John Cena's like, don't worry, guys, you're on my team. Don't worry about it. John Cena's the worst fucking friend ever. Poor Usos.
That's true. He never checked on anyone, went out to help anyone during their matches or anything. Like, he is the worst team captain.
Worst team captain, worst friend, worst human being, but he's for the children. Yeah, we're teaching the children great fucking.
Let's get to this, and you know what?
What was your pick? Did you even make your pick?
This is going to be my stone cold lock of the century of the week.
Whoa. I didn't know this pay-per-view was good enough for shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Because here's what's going to happen, and this is my lock. Right. This is going to happen because the stars are set up to align, and it does not involve the Dust Brothers, not in the least bit. We're going to see new tag team champions, and that tag team will be The Miz and Damian Sandow. They're going to walk out with the belts. Mark my word. Why, you may ask? Well, let's see. You got heel tag team champions. Well, you can't have a heel-to-heel switch if you don't have anybody to choose from. And let me tell you something. Let me just say that I think like the Dust Brothers heel turn was the fucking lamest heel turn I've seen in quite some time. And it's just like nobody's understood it. The fans haven't fucking bought into it. Nobody really cares. They're not really. they're like, hey, we're back, guys. No, you're not. But right now you got The Miz and Damian Sandow, particularly because of Damian Sandow. You got a lot of popularity with that team, and so go ahead and throw in the former tag team champions, and then like the Puerto Ricans pretending to be Spanish bullfighters in there, and you get a nice little recipe for a heel-to-heel turn. You're going to see probably Sandow do the dirty work, and Miz wind up pinning one of the Matadors, gets the 1-2-3. You have your current champions lose the belts without getting pinned, so they still look good. You got your former champions maybe come with like an eyelash of winning it, so they still look good. Los Matadors don't have anything to lose by losing. I feel like Miz and Sandow got the most to gain from winning, and that's the way it's going to go down. Why? Because I am the pay-per-view prophet.
I'm changing my vote to what he said.
Are you for real? That's the second time you've done that yet.
He's very convincing. I feel like we're meant to be on the same page.
Boom Boom's happy right now, but think about it, Booms. He's changing it to all your picks. What if he wins pay-per-view profits? You're like, yeah, I'm convincing Rob to do my picks. And then Rob wins pay-per-view profits. You're like, I am a fucking idiot.
He knows I won't win because I pick off the heart. So just wait. I'm going to be wrong like with half my shit later.
I don't even know what I'm picking. I'm not even picking with my heart. I'm not picking with my brain. I am literally just throwing shit on the wall, WWE style. If I win pay-per-view profits, it is unfair to everyone. Because I'm like, sure, Nikki Bella, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not?
Dave, right, just close your eyes, blindfold yourself, put a poster of the different people in the match up on the wall, and then just dip your dick in paint and just walk into the wall. I just feel like it looks like it's John Cena.
Exactly. All right, let's go to some live comments. There's not that many. Andy Paps on the Facebook says, you guys are awesome. Not looking to Survivor Series, LOL. And Booms is cracking me up. All right, so, and then on Google Plus, Rob, you are the John Cena of the group. People are really giving you shit about not knowing what a Survivor Series match is, but they're also praising you for your awesome ideas. So, yeah, you're the John Cena. There's like, let's go, Rob. Rob sucks. Let's go, Rob. Rob sucks. So,
that's cool. That means I'm gonna win.
All right, and for most likely, the Sneaker Addict says, I only watch WWE for Mizdow. Everything else is boring. LOL. He also goes on, I don't know if you spoke about it yet, but your thoughts on Lucha Underground. I've done a review for the first 3 weeks. I will be doing a review of this week's show. I haven't seen this week's show yet, but within 24 hours I will do a review because Boom Boom says if wrestling happens, I review it. And with that said, is the first 3 weeks I absolutely loved. It was a legit alternative. It's half lucha, half American Pro Wrestling, a little bit television. I can't say I don't know about this week's, but the first 3 shows were 3 home runs. I enjoy Lucha Underground, and I did one review. Rob and Boobs, you know how fucking bad this is. I did one review that was so positive that people thought I got paid by Lucha Underground. Did you ever think the most negative guy in the room would be accused of being paid by someone because I was so positive? It happened on Lucha Underground. I love Lucha Underground.
I saw the triple threat.
Really?
And the triple threat was great.
Yeah, how much did they pay you? That was probably Boom Boom under a fucking fake name. Boom Boom's trolling the shows when he's not on it. And Chris Richards says, I think if Team Cena wins, Cena should get the WWF title as We Are the Champions plays, and all the wrestlers come out and clap. You know what? That's probably the most accurate pay-per-view profit prediction we've ever read in our lives. Chris Richards, I hope you win pay-per-view profits.
It's a little off, though, because there is one part he forgot, and that's that after Team Cena wins, Brock's actually going to just walk down to the ring and hand Cena the belt and just be like, you earned it, man.
Yeah, he's going to say you earned it, have a tear in his eye, and be like, I'm sorry if I ever offended you.
I just wanted to be a star.
Oh, it's like the Be a Star program really changed me thanks to you. You're the hero that the kids talk about. Oh, man. Fucking unbelievable. All right. Let's get back on track. Boobs, drive this bus.
All right, we've come to the main event, the final match, and some people are scratching their heads going, what? Really? Yeah, there's only 5 matches listed on this card now. If there's anything that's updated between now and the pay-per-view, we'll try to, at least mention it and get it in here, and we can put our picks in for this. But as of right now, there's only 5 matches, and we've hit the 5th and final match. We are coming to the traditional Survivor Series elimination match. You have Team Cena versus Team Authority. If Team Authority loses, they're out. I mean, they're out of power. They're done. Over. And for those of you playing along at home who are just as confused as I am, well, here's what the teams are. You have Team Authority, that is captained by Seth Rollins. Then you have followed up with Kane. The United States champion, Rusev. Then Mark Henry, and then the new Intercontinental champion. Talking about, not Eric Rowe, Luke Harper. God damn, I get those two mixed up. And then, of course, you got Team Cena, captained by Captain Wondercock himself.
I just want to point out.
Oh, God.
Before I forget, I just want to point out the booking genius of having Mark Henry and Rusev on the same fucking team. I just think that's. I mean, we bury WWE a lot, but when you have two guys that hated each other and then all of a sudden are on the same team and are fine without no time in between, I just think that's good storytelling. I mean, just randomly characters change their minds. I think that's good storytelling. We don't give WWE enough credit for how horrible they truly are. All right, go ahead.
All right, next we've got Team Cena, captained by, by Superman himself, talking about John Cena. Then you have Dolph Ziggler, The Big Show, Eric Rowan, and Ryback.
Ryback's fucking stock has dropped tremendously. He should have just fucking speared everyone and fucking been his own man. And Rowan is the biggest goddamn question mark ever. He just shows up and he's like, why not? It's not like you're going to give the report to Cesaro. Like, that's the storyline. Rowan shows up and goes, why not? No, really, why not?
After a month of just doing weird shit, like stealing a stuffed animal and stalking Renee Young. Like, why is a guy joining the face team who was just stalking Renee Young for a whole month?
All right, let's just look at this here scientifically, if you will. It makes sense, okay? You have Kane and Seth Rollins. Okay, they're part of the Authority. That makes absolute sense. Then they approached Rusev about joining the Authority because, well, I mean, he's been on a roll. He's been on a hot streak, and he just captured the U.S. title. I mean, so, yeah, why would you not want that kind of monster? And there was a build-up to it. It was, hey, we want to make a proposition. We want to give you a spot on Team Authority. It was like, I'll get back to you. And then it was, no, look, bitch, he's going to join fucking Team Authority, or we're going to make your life a living hell. Oh, well, okay. And then Mark Henry and Luke Harper joined because, fuck it, why not? No fucking reason behind it. And, and as Dave pointed out, didn't Mark Henry just get his ass kicked by Rusev? Was there a payoff? I mean, why? Why would they do this? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Then, okay, you've got John Cena, who apparently is at least admitting he can't beat 5 people by himself.
Hold on, wait. Can we break down each team as we go?
Can we give a round of applause to fucking John Cena for willing to admit he can't beat 5 men? This is a big step for his character. Yeah, I mean, come on, give it up. Give it up.
Okay, you got something to say about Team Authority. Please, you have the floor.
Okay, I do want to point out first, though, he didn't admit that he can't beat 5 people. He was standing in the ring ready to fight all of them and not at all worried about it when Dolph Ziggler's music started and then they all started coming out. He clearly doesn't think he needs help to beat 5. He's just doing it because it's the rules of the match that he has a team. I don't think he actually gives a shit. I'm pretty sure he's not worried about the team. They're just fodder to keep people distracted while he AAs everyone on the stretchers. Like the gentlest AA of all time.
But absolutely right.
Like, wouldn't it have been better overall for the product if instead of getting Mark Henry and instead of getting Luke Harper, well, no, I still would have got Luke Harper, but I would have done it a different way. Wouldn't it have been better for them to have approached Bray Wyatt while he was keeping Ambrose distracted for him, and have like a background story that comes out that they've actually been paying Wyatt to keep Ambrose out of the picture, and that's why he interfered and everything. And then that makes sense of why he interfered, and then he gives them Luke Harper and Eric Rowan on their team.
Here's another thing.
Boom.
And please try to explain what's going on with the Wyatt family. Did they break up? I know they were talking about he set them free, but why? Why did he set them free? Did they break up? Are they going to get back together? What the hell is going on with this? There was next to no explanation for this.
There's still not an explanation on SmackDown either, by the way.
Yeah. No, they just set him free. It's kind of like, Bray Wyatt is a school, and he's there to help people. And then after a certain while, after you follow the 12 steps, you're good. And then you're set free. And then you're like, thanks, Bray Wyatt. I mean, there was a graduation ceremony. They put the little tassel over. They threw their hats in the air. It was pretty nice. You didn't get your invite?
Dave, actually, that makes more sense. That right there, that's all that would need to be said right there. And like, oh, okay, I understand what's going on. He couldn't teach them anymore. He was proud of them. They can go off and do what they want. Kind of like when the Undertaker broke up like the Dark Ministry. He told all his minions, be ready to come back together, but for the most part, do whatever the hell you want. Something like that would have worked. But yeah, that explanation is like a billion times better than anything that he's done.
Undertaker said, "I'm really over and you're not. So fuck off. But don't worry, we're still pals. If my popularity drops, I'll make sure to bring you back in." Thanks, Undertaker. Appreciate it.
Here's another thing. This team that Cena's put together has been sloppy. I mean, aside from Dolph Ziggler, I don't think he's gotten really anybody else that he's wanted. I mean, as Rob pointed out, he's like the shittiest team. Hell, I think John Cena's right now is the biggest heel on Raw. Think about it. Everybody that's trying to join this team has gotten their ass kicked. He has done nothing about it. He hasn't checked on anybody. At least the fucking bad guys, like the Authority, they're invested in their guys. They want to make sure that they win. They want to take care of them. They want to protect them. They want to give them incentives to join. They want to give them incentives to win. There's some, but John Cena's just like, okay, well, fuck it. You're hurt, Jack Swagger. Okay, what about Shane? No, Sheamus, you're hurt too. Shit.
That's the best part. Sheamus got hurt, and he immediately, the next time he's in the ring, he's just making jokes the whole time, and it's like, wait. You don't even know if anyone on your team is still okay. One of them was in the hospital. No, two of them are injured, and you're just like, you got to go down and make jokes about the Authority and dance around the ring. Pick out little kids from the crowd for your team. Like,
my whole thing is...
That's true, he did. He picked kids out from the crowd. That proves he does think he can win it with anyone. Like, I think it actually makes him worse.
But not only that, but like, when I did my Cena rant about him retiring, everyone brought up the kids. He's the worst fucking role model ever for kids. What is he teaching them? First off, it teaches them that life is easy. I mean, let's be completely honest. John Cena has no challenge whatsoever. Life is completely easy. If I teach troubled kids, and if I went to go to show them, like, oh, here's John Cena, look how life is easy for him, they're going to be like, I don't give a fuck life is easy for him. I have to fucking steal cars because my mom's fucking on crack. So fucking, no, he's not a good fucking role model at all. And not only that, but okay, let's pretend every kid is going to have the perfect life. He's going to have the perfect amount of steroids to fucking be good looking and have everything handed to him. Let's say that kid is on that track. All right, let's see. All right, so we're not obviously this kid that looks up to John Cena will never have any problems whatsoever. Because John Cena never has any fucking major fucking dilemmas, never has to fucking rise above the hates, never has to fucking do anything. And on top of that, what are you teaching him? So you have this steroided kid that fucking is good looking, and he's like, fuck it, I'm out just for me. How is this a good role model? How? Seriously, if you're a young kid, don't watch our show. All right? But if you're a young kid, if you're a parent of a young kid, right? Hear me out. If you're a parent of a young kid, and your kid looks up to John Cena, he's an asshole. Your son is an asshole.
You just called You just called fucking Martin's kid an asshole.
Well, then he's an asshole. Because, dude, all he cares about is himself. That's it. He's never out there. Who the fuck wants to be friends with John Cena? All right, let's all live in this universal world. John Cena, the kayfabe character, is a real person, okay? He's good looking, he gets everything, and he wants you to be his friend. Then, who would want to be friends with this guy? Who would want to be genuine friends with John Cena? We're all the same age, we're all grown up in a neighborhood, he gets everything, he's good looking, he's huge, and every time you have a problem, fuck you, I don't care. I mean, let's look at poor Sheamus. Sheamus is an 8-year-old boy, gets fucking injured, can't be a part of the fucking, games, reindeer games, and he just goes on, not even mention it. Like, oh, fuck him, I'm moving on. He's the ultimate fucking scumbag. And I'm saying kayfabe-wise, he's the ultimate fucking scumbag. Yet when I say, oh, he needs to retire, you're like, what about the children? I taught thousands of kids from third world countries to Tokyo to America, and every time when I'm teaching them, we do a class called What's Your Favorite? And we say, who's your favorite pro wrestler? And you'd be surprised how many say they don't watch pro wrestling as an answer. And out of thousands of kids that have had that class of your favorites, we ask your favorite athlete, favorite singer, favorite color. We just have, start a conversation in simple English. And I always kept track. I've been around the world. 3 kids have said John Cena's their favorite, and I've taught thousands. You don't think that they can replace John Cena with anybody and a kid can look up to him?
This is where you fucked up. You should have said, and just so you know, all 3 of those kids are in prison for raping by the age of 10.
No, one was a no, that's not true. One was a silent kid who just read comics, and I said, why do you like John Cena? Because just have a conversation with him, and he's like, well, because he always does the right thing, and I hope one day I could be like that. I'm like, okay, that's a point for John Cena. 1 out of thousands. The other one said, I don't fucking know, why not? That was like his answer. And the third one was a girl, she was a high school girl, and she wore way too much makeup, and she was like, oh, I love pro wrestling. I was like, really? Me too. And she's like, yeah, I wanna fuck, their exact words, I wanna fuck John Cena and Randy Orton. And I was like, I don't know if you should be telling this to your history teacher and your English teacher. I was a history teacher in the morning, and then I was an English teacher in the afternoon. And yeah, she just, my history and English teacher. This is who I should tell. So wearing too much makeup, looking like the type of girl that you're like, you should not wear that much stuff. You're way too young to be doing that. That type of girl. And she just came up to me like, I'd love to fuck Randy Orton and John Cena. So there's your 3 kids. The rest of them. And then you looked
at her and you said, yeah, but aren't you curious how big Batista's dick is, too?
I've never brought that up. That's more of a podcasting thing.
Damn. I'm going like the pedophile train.
Whoa. There's not, Randy Orton is a legal adult. If Dave wants to look at fucking Randy Orton and Batista's dicks, then he is okay, too.
All right. I guess it's time to predict this. I'm gonna go last. Booms, you're doing a great job keeping us on track. You go first this time, so that Rob can change his vote right to yours. Rob, you have to convince Rob what he's gonna pick.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like there's going to be more to do if like the Authority gets dissolved and more of the chaos to fall out from that, because it's looking like you got this juggernaut and they're trying to set it up to where John Cena has got this ragtag team that they're in serious jeopardy of losing. But also I got to bear in mind that, the Authority could win because John Cena's got the out, because it's like, well, all the people that I wanted got hurt. I didn't give a fuck about it, but they all got hurt. But I remember this is WWE. This is WWE Creative writing this, so I'm going to go with dun 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 dun.
So you say Team Cena. Rob, who do you say?
I say Team Cena because I think that Team Authority is going to start cheating. I mean, they've got 2 extra people with Triple H and Cesaro at ringside.
And and also Jamie Noble and the other guy,
they count. They're half a person when you put them together. So they've got those on the side, and I feel like now is the perfect time for a Roman Reigns return, and probably a Daniel Bryan and CM Punk return too.
All right, yeah, everyone's saying in the comments a lot of Randy Orton returns, a lot of thing. You went Team Cena. All right, remember when Daniel Bryan got fired because of Tie-Gate? He choked some guy out with a tie, and then John Cena needed a new member. It was Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all recycled storylines, how much would you shit your pants if that was the recycled storyline? They do have 5 guys. A lot of people don't think they have 5 guys. They do have 5 guys, but a lot of people think someone's going to get injured, someone's going to drop out, and a lot of people think it's going to be Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan. Rob thinks it's CM Punk, but Rob predicts CM Punk is going to.
No, I think it's Roman Reigns.
Oh, Roman Reigns, yeah.
Daniel Bryan and CM Punk.
Just fucking bring them all back at once. I think if we did a pay-per-view profits for this next week's main event, you would predict CM Punk would return.
I would.
He's going to come back and save his thought. He's going to tag up with Roman Reigns, and they're going to dominate the world.
No, if he comes back on main event, it's definitely because he's coming back to fight Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
They're going to see who the best is in the world.
I don't know. I really have no fucking idea. Because, there's rumors, and it's just internet rumors that Stephanie McMahon is going to travel, that they're probably going to bring a general manager in. So I could see the Authority losing. There's internet rumors that lead me to that. But I don't know.
Mick Foley.
I'm just going to go Team Cena.
Feels good, doesn't it?
No, you know what? I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know. And you know what? If I don't know, I'm
winning 2 pay-per-view profits.
I'm going Team Authority. I have to be different. I think I'm different on every single one. All right. So overall, we'll tell our overall picks. We'll do tiebreakers, but let's do some live comments. Booms, get your tiebreakers ready. All right.
Okay.
All right. On Twitter. At KEVENOCH, Kevin Eric Schnell says, Boom Boom went overboard on the Divas analyst. I gotta hear his fantasy booking for Ultimate Women's Survivor Series match. Alright, thank you. You can tweet us at Kocosports. Andy Paps on the Facebook says, tonight was a great night for wrestling fans. Lucha Underground and Impact. On Google Plus chat, you're winning them over, Rob. There's more Let's Go Robs than Rob Suck.
Yes.
You really started off bad, not knowing how Survivor Series works. The internet infantry turned on you, but I guess with your fantasy booking and good looks, they turned it around. All right, and here we are on the YouTubes. Fred458. So Sheamus is out again via main event. Randy Orton is definitely going to be the 5th member, and it's in his hometown. That's a possibility, but they have to, through the show, through the pay-per-view, they're going to have to drop a team member. And I imagine it's going to be the Eric Rowan. I think Eric Rowan is like, what the fuck are you doing there? So someone has to leave.
No, I vote Big Show.
Maybe Big
Eric
Show?
Rowan's more entertaining in the ring than fucking Big Show.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have Big Show get hit by a bus on his way to the stadium. A real one. kayfabe.
Bullet Club Biggs. Mizdow is corny and whack. I thought it was from the jump, and it still is now. I thought this is my opinion. Let's talk about Mizdow. I thought it was funny for 2 episodes, and then I thought it was cute, and now I'm just like, people still find this funny. What's your thoughts on Mizdow, Rob?
The best thing about Mizdow was actually R. Ziggler. Mizdow was sort of amusing. R. Ziggler had me dying of laughter.
Do you think the joke went too far at this point?
I feel like they've kept it going way too long. I feel like it should have died after that pay-per-view following the R. Ziggler thing.
Yeah. Booms, you picked The Miz and Mizdow. What do you think? Is Booms frozen?
Maybe.
I think Booms froze.
Or he's just really staring at something. Yeah, maybe Batista's over there.
Yep, I think Booms might be frozen and gone. That's sad. All right, Booms. I think Mizdow is fantastic. All right,
I'm a
thanks for
big Mizdow fan. Best wrestler ever.
I don't know if he thinks he's not frozen. I don't know. All right, let's just move on. Chris Richards, do you think Mark Henry's son Hand is proud of him? Oh yeah, the old hands. They brought that back one time too. I as a guy who I guess fantasy books and oh man, I would do it this way. Or as a booker, I think it's your challenge to hide people's weaknesses, and I think Mark Henry could have been one of the biggest stars ever. I really believe that if you just hit his weaknesses. I like if I had a time machine and they said, oh, you can, because the whole thing is people were like, oh, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. I'm a booker. Look at me. Ha 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 ha. And that's just not the case. You have to like hide people's weaknesses. I would have loved to have been able to book Mark Henry's career. Maybe that will be an option in WWE 2K17. Maurice Haywood. Hey, appreciate you all the comments, guys. Maurice Hayward says, Team Authority is going to win because Ryback is going to turn his back on Cena. But I want Team Cena to win. And I also predict a surprise tag team partner to Team Cena, Randy Orton. All right, well, thank you. Yeah, I didn't know it was in Randy Orton's hometown. That changes everything in my book.
Also, is it just me, or do you wish that Ryback would have kept with the I'm my own team, and they would have...
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Like, there was that moment where Triple H said, you know what, and I was really hoping he was going to be like, you're your own team in the match. You're in it by yourself. Like, how great would that have been to have Ryback just in that match? Because he could have lost, but if he made it late into the match, it would have still built him up super strong.
Yeah. So, no, I agree with everything. I don't know. It just pisses me off. All right. And I was just thinking, Boom Boom left because he's frozen, has internet problems. He's the one with the tiebreakers.
I think he's going to come back.
Okay, he's back. All right, we got 2 more comments. Booms, welcome back. We were worried because you were the one with the tiebreakers. We see this pretty much, but
I had backup tiebreakers. Will CM Punk return? Will Daniel Bryan return? Will Roman Reigns return? Will Randy Orton return? Will
Booms, we need you now more than ever.
Will the Great Khali return?
Lennox Wooderson has 2 comments. I was watching the Mania review and wanted to know how you guys feel about a couple of things. Was it a mistake to break up the Real Americans in the Shield? I think yes. Do you think it would go across the board? Booms, welcome back. Are you there? And Booms is gone. He's like, fuck you and your tiebreakers. All right, Rob. It's old school, just me and you. What was our show called? What was our show called before you just...
K5.
K5. Welcome to K5. Was it a mistake to break up the Real Americans in the Shield? My short answer, yes, without a doubt.
Real Americans, I don't think so. Real Americans, I thought Cesaro being a Real American was really stupid. Like, it doesn't make sense because Cesaro is this very worldly character, and I don't get why he would be in a clearly bigoted group against anyone who's not American. Like, it never made sense to me. But the Shield never should have broke up. This is bullshit.
Alright. Was the streak done right? Booms, welcome back. You keep coming in and out. Booms, do you think the streak was done right now that Mania is a couple months behind us? Looking back.
More than a couple, almost a year, but no, I think he should have stayed undefeated.
Go ahead, Rob.
I think he should have lost it to someone that they actually wanted to make a real main eventer, who was going to be an active participant. It shouldn't have been to someone who's just here once in a while. Like, not even Roman Reigns. I just mean, like imagine if they kept building Dean Ambrose how they are. Like, Dean Ambrose is just uncontrollable, and they could have had Dean Ambrose take it from him, and had Dean Ambrose beat him just by being so fucking out there and just never giving up. He could have John Cena'd it. They should have had John Cena take the streak. It would have been better than Brock Lesnar.
People would have lost their shit, but
yeah, but it's just that I hate.
I got to ask here, what did I miss as far as tiebreakers goes?
We didn't do it.
Shame on you.
For you.
To the question, we got to get to tiebreakers.
All right, well, let's do 2 more things because we got Lennox Wooderson here. Was the Wyatt's loss to Cena the end of his character? For me, yes. For wrestling granted, no. I'm just answering for Wrestling Ranted. He's strong behind that one. Booms. Was Wyatt's loss to Cena the end of his character?
Yeah, pretty much. He never recovered from it. Still hasn't recovered from it. I mean, he lost to Jericho. Yeah, he did get a win back, but what has he won since? I mean, he's won like one big match since that feud with John Cena.
Yeah. Unless he pulls out something amazing at this pay-per-view with Ambrose, I kind of feel like he's dead.
Yeah. Well, I just want to know, because I know somewhere he might not even be watching the show, but Wrestling Ranted is fucking like breaking a pencil and yelling at his dog. Like, what? He doesn't believe so. There are people out there that don't believe that his character's over and he's not being buried and it's not done. And his name is Wrestling Ranted. You can go subscribe to him on YouTube.
Bet he likes John Cena.
He used to, but yeah, I don't think he does anymore. I don't know. We'll let Wrestling Ranted answer those questions on Wrestling Ranted. All right, Lennox Wooderson. Ziggler is just Cena's heat magnet of the month. I think the loss of his title to a returning Harper was very telling of how they feel about him backstage. Yeah, I don't know. Albert Del Rio did an interview and says he thinks that they're going to do something right with him. I just don't trust it. All right. We do have more comments, but let's go to Boom Boom. Boom Boom reporting live from Virginia. I was about to say Nebraska. Reporting live from Virginia in the newsroom. Boom Boom. What are the tiebreakers?
First one is, does Randy Orton get involved in the main event?
All right.
Yes. After Macho Man does a fucking elbow drop from heaven and knocks everyone down, Randy Orton comes out and starts pinning all of them by standing on two at a time and eliminates everyone and declares himself the winner, and Randy Orton's new regime begins.
All right. I honestly thought for sure this was a no. But someone in the comments said it's in his hometown, and I was like, oh, shit, that changes everything. So I was, prior to Internet Infantry reading comments, my confidence of no Randy Orton was up here. But after I read the Internet Infantry comments, I'm like, my confidence fell down here. I'm still going to say no, but I feel like I'm wrong. Does that make sense? I'm going to say no, because that's what I was going into the show thinking. But when I started reading the comments and it's in his hometown, I was like, I think I might be fighting a losing battle here. Booms, what do you think?
I'm going to go with yes, he does come back.
Right. I might be the only idiot. That might be the tiebreaker that wins it for me. I'm the only idiot that says no. All right, go ahead. Next tiebreaker.
Next tiebreaker will be in the Survivor Series match in the main event. Who will be the first person eliminated?
Big Show.
First person pin. All right, Rob says Big Show.
At least if we're being fair to wrestling ability.
Yeah, but that's not going to be a factor.
You're right. It'll be Ziggler.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Ziggler. I mean, because Cesaro's not on the team. Oh, I don't know, because I don't know if it could be one of the Wyatt brothers.
Well, no, actually, think about it. Who would be the best three men to have go on in the Elimination Chamber? It would be, if you're going to set it up to have two Cena members get eliminated early, so it looks like Authority's going to just sweep through them and have three guys fight back. It has to be Cena. It has to be Ziggler. But who would the third guy have to be? Because the other two guys, one of those is the guy that's out first. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Right back. So yeah, I'm going to say Eric Rowan's the first eliminated, actually, when I really think about it.
All right. I might have to go with the same with you. I'm going to say Rowan. All right. Booms, are you saying Rowan?
No, I'm going to go on the opposite side. I'm going to say it's going to be a member of Team Authority. I think Kane will be the first one eliminated.
Oh, that's a nice call. Kane is old as shit. He wants to go home.
So, yeah,
nice call. Nice call, Booms, on the Kane. Kane's like, fuck this. I want to go home.
Just pull Cena. Just lay down for 5 minutes during the match repeatedly outside the ring and just keep getting up to do one move and then laying back down. Like, oh, hey, I gotta take a nap.
Oh, poor Kane. He's old. All right, third tiebreaker. Nice pick, Boom Booms. I tip my hat to you. Third tiebreaker, sir?
Third tiebreaker. I think I'll give this one, to Rob. Does Roman Reigns make a surprise return?
All right. So Roman Reigns. Yes or no?
Yes.
Rob, should I just write it yes now?
Yes.
All right. I say no. I think there might be a return, but I don't think it's going to be Roman Reigns. I don't know. I think, to me, do you feel, because this pay-per-view is for free, this pay-per-view is supposed to launch the network to a whole other level, do you feel that they have to come up with a return or it will be a letdown? Like, if there's no returns, will you feel kind of a letdown?
No, you know what they need to do? They need to sell NXT as being even more needed to watch and have Sami Zayn, who's already been working main event, come out to help Team Cena as his way of being called up officially. And that Sami Zayn tornado DDTs through the turnbuckles, Triple H.
Your ideas are way too cool. They're not going to happen. Booms. We say no, yes, you're the middleman. What do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Monster.
All right. Let me read these picks. I'll go in order. Booms, our host of the evening, thank you for doing a great job. Picked AJ Lee, Ambrose, Team Fox, Miz and Mizdow, Team Cena. He says and is going to return. He says the first one eliminated in Survivor Series is Kane, and he says Roman Reigns doesn't return. And Rob, Mr. Positive Petey, says AJ Lee, Ambrose, Team Fox, Miz and Mizdow, Team Cena. He says yes on Orton returning. He says Rowan will be the first one eliminated, and Roman Reigns, yes. And as far as me, please do not put any money on my picks, as I am a grumpy fucking motherfucker. I'm just a negative Nelly. I picked Nikki Bella, Bray Wyatt, Team Paige, the Dust Brothers, Team Authority, and as far as Orton returning, I say no. I say Eric Rowan's going to be the first to be eliminated. Or I don't even know if Eric Rowan's showing up. I think if anyone gets replaced for a surprise thing, it'll be Rowan. And will Roman Reigns return? I say no. All right. You want to do some live comments and wrap this bad boy up?
Well, I think we should actually add 2 more tiebreakers because of how few matches there are. I would vote we should add Nikki Bella, whether or not Brie Bella interferes in that match. We should do that as a tiebreaker.
All right, hold on. Let me write this down.
Given the rumor that WWE has basically said that Daniel Bryan's going to start working again soon, even if not matches.
Yeah.
Does Daniel Bryan come back during this in any form?
All right, so that's 5. Daniel Bryan returns. All right. All right. So Booms, you go first. 2 tiebreakers. Does Brie Bella help her sister win?
No, she does not help her sister win. She helps her sister lose. At least that's what I predicted.
All right. And Daniel Bryan, does he make an appearance? Not maybe wrestling, not maybe return, but just, appearance.
No, he does not.
All right. And for me, tiebreaker, I think Brie does help, so I'm going to put yes. And I think D-Bry, this is tough. This is freaking tough. I'm going to say no. I hope I'm wrong. It would just be nice to see someone I like. Rob, Brie helps her sister win, yes or no?
I don't think she helps her sister win, but I do think she interferes in the match.
All right, so we're just saying interferes?
I feel like that's the better way to go.
All right, well, then that's the case. Booms has to turn his answer to a yes because she thinks he is going to interfere. I think everyone's going to think she interferes. All right, and do you think Daniel Bryan returns?
Yes, and does commentary with CM Punk for the main event.
You're fucking drunk with awesomeness. All right, let's go to these last live comments, and then we'll wrap it up. Any comments after this batch, we will try to answer them in a Stump the Idiot or down in the comments later on. On Twitter, at KEVENOCH, Kevin Eric Snell says, prediction. Jerry Lawler on commentary will say, I've just died when I had that heart attack. I must have died when I had that heart attack. I'm dead, and this pay-per-view is hell. All right, so there you go. Poor Jerry King Lawler. Hopefully he saved some money. All right. I don't know if we've read this, but Andy Papp said tonight was a great night for wrestling fans, Lucha Underground, and Impact. Congratulations, Dixie Carter, on your new television deal. Hopefully the show keeps going. And hold on. All right, last two comments here. We got Bullet Club Biggs. He says, the only beef I have with John Cena and Randy Orton is that I'm not built like them physically. I hate it. I think the number one thing, I have a lot of beef with them, but the number one thing I have beef with them, I guess, I never use that word, it feels weird coming out, is that they were given everything, and they still didn't try their hardest. Like, they were the chosen ones, and they were just satisfied with being fucking rich and not trying hard. It's the true American dream. And I just like, dude, you were given everything. You could have fucking made it great, and you didn't. Chris Richards says, would you like to see Sting show up on this pay-per-view? Boom! Sting shows up on the pay-per-view.
No.
No. Rob, think Sting... I think it was would you like, though. Would you like? Maybe... would you like to see him?
As a Sting mark, yes. As someone who has any common sense, he's not going. Like, there's no reason for him to show up there. Unless, holy shit, no, WWE is actually really uncreative. What better way to have Sting debut on the build-up to Mania than to have Sting appear and start haunting the Authority? The Authority wins the match, but Sting haunts them, takes them all down, and then at WrestleMania has a showdown with Triple H. That's a new story.
That's not bad. What I'd like to
be
see
in the rafters.
I think this pay-per-view is really bad because even the most positive comments are people returning. I think because like I think when it's a good pay-per-view, people returning and making appearances get put on the back burner. But I think when it's a shitty pay-per-view, we're like, well, maybe Sting, maybe Benoit, maybe Hogan, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And what I like to see Sting, I'm not a Sting fan ever since he turned into the Crow. I used to be a Sting fan when I was a little kid, and he had the blonde hair and painted face, and he wooed, and Clash of the Champions won. I love that Sting. As soon as he turned into Crow, I was like, this is fucking stupid. So I stopped being a little stinger when he turned into the Crow. I'd like to see Sting show up just because it'll make other fans happy. And I'm at the point now where if other people are happy, at least that's a step in the right direction. Like, it seems like every fucking wrestling fan hates the product except the people who hate the internet who pretend they're in the business. I would like to see real fans happy again. And I am not a big Sting fan, but if it makes Chris Richards happy and a couple other internet infantry members happy, then I'm like, all right. They're happy. Someone's happy. Because I honestly think the only people that like the product right now are the ones who pretend they're in the business. And if everyone's in the business, then no one's in the business. And I think people just hate fans. Because think about it. What's the first thing they say when you complain? Oh, the fucking IWC. They made it like a bad word. Oh, the fans don't know what the fuck they want. Blah, 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 blah. And it's always, oh, well, they make the most money. What do you know? Well, that's because deep down inside, you're not a wrestling fan. Deep down inside, you just pretend you're part of a business. And once again, I got to get this on a T-shirt. If everyone's in the business, then no one's in the business. Kocosports, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Booms! Let's wrap this bad boy up. Explain how we want it all in one. Explain pay-per-view profits one more time, and then let's wrap it up, buddy.
Real quick, just put down here in the comments section, just put down who you think is going to win, and pretty much at the end of the pay-per-view, we're going to tally up the votes. Whoever has the most correct picks is going to win. Now, you got to ask, When? What? Well, when is the deadline? Well, when the first match of the pre-show starts. Once that first match starts, all bets are off. Your picks are locked. Can you change your votes? Like if you pick something today and you want to change it tomorrow when you wake up, can you change it? Yes, you can. You can change it, but again, it has to be done before the first match in the pre-show starts. Can I participate? Yes, you can. I'm not a member of the Internet Infantry. Is that a problem? No, it's not. If you want to play, you can play. Just put it down here in the comment section. We'll be writing it now. You can only be in the comment section. Don't put it anywhere else. Otherwise, we're not going to see it, and you won't get your matches put in, and you'll get pissed off. So please don't do that. But in the meantime, you can always check us out at Kocosports.com. That's KOCOsports.com. It's your home for all combat sports. That includes boxing, mixed martial arts, pro wrestling, amateur wrestling, sumo wrestling, taekwondo, kickboxing, judo. You can get your nose broke doing it. We got it covered there on the site. We've also got our lovely news and gossip section as well as our video on demand section, so you can watch some few matches. You may have missed them via magic. And it's available 24 hours a day, absolutely free at Kocosports.com. It's where the world goes to kick ass.
Rob, the stage is yours. What do you want to tell the Internet Infantry?
I've missed you all. I'll see you again on Sunday. Remember this sweet, sweet moment. And those of you that turned on me, fuck you.
Well, that's good. I thought I was going to have to do a solo show. Right, Rob's going to be there for the pay-per-view because Boom Boom's going to be working. Boom Boom. You got to go into your boss's office and be like, listen, there's important things in my life that you don't quite understand. And when they say, what is it? Either tell them you're a superhero or just tell them the truth about podcasting. What do you think is more embarrassing? If you said, I can't work on Sundays and Mondays because of pro wrestling podcast or because I dress up as Batman and beat up fucking local teens?
Dude,
which one are you going to tell your boss?
When you go into work on Sunday, you just run in there with a boombox, blasting the John Cena theme, and sprinting into the building, and just be like, I'm ready, guys. I'm so pumped for fucking Team Cena versus Authority tonight. I cannot wait to get home and watch the replay of it. I'm going to probably talk about John Cena all night, and then do nothing but talk about John Cena until they're like, you know what, do you want to go home early today? And then just be like, yeah, I do. Thanks. I'm going to go home and watch John Cena, the greatest wrestler that's ever lived.
Booms, what time is your time? I say, Booms works in news. I say he sticks around for the 11 o'clock show, and then when the results are in, while they're doing a live news broadcast, just run in with a handful of papers and be like, no matter what the co-host is saying, no matter what the anchors are saying, and just throw papers on the desk in front of them and be like, breaking news! Team Cena wins! Team Cena wins! And then run away.
Do it.
Get Booms fired. Booms.
Yeah, then I'll have to sit down at Starbucks in Tokyo and pretend to write novels with you, Dave.
Why you gotta cut me so deep? All right? Why? I'm just giving you good career advice. You don't have to make fun of my career path. All right. All right.
And there's a concussion quota.
Please like, comment, subscribe, and also check out our blog. I plan on doing a Lucha Underground show, a Ring of Honor show, and a TNA show within the next 24 hours.
Why you don't get any sleep and why your health is failing.
Well, you know what? I could just lay on the floor and die, or I could die talking about pro wrestling. I like my choices, sir. You know, when the end of the world is going to happen, there's going to be us three playing the game. And Boom Boom is going to go to church, and he's going to pray and be like, oh, save me. Rob is going to go to the bar and drink and get crazy. And
wow,
you know
I like that you're telling me I'm going to fall back into alcoholism. Thanks.
No, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. It's going to be short term. Booms is going to pray, you're going to drink, and then you're going to come to me. And you're going to say, hey, Dave, the end of the world, what are you going to do? And I'm going to look you straight in the eye and say, I'm going to finish the game. BAM! Young Guns 2, Billy the Kid, plus 100 for the references. I thought for sure Rob was going to pick up on that.
That was terrible.
I thought for sure. I was a little disappointed by your lack of Young Guns setup.
I was just sitting there in my head thinking about the fact that I wouldn't be drinking in the apocalypse because I'm riding a giant John Cena-saurus Rex around, and it's just kicking the shit out of everything that gets in my way.
Well, I will finish the game. With that said, please check out Kocosports.net. Boom Boom, thank you. Rob, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. More shows later. With that, I am over.